Video walkthrough on the Keystone Sprinter Campfire Edition. Start in the back. You are pre-wired for a backup camera. Now it does not have a backup camera. That's going to have something you purchase separately. Just let us know if you want one installed. We can try to get that done today. Right here, got a spray port for a sprayer. Now this is used, so who knows what the previous owners took out of it or added to it. Cable and satellite input. So if you have a portable satellite on a tripod, you can hook it to there. Cable, if you're going something that provides cable, hook it up to there. Show cord, this is your show cord, 50 amp show cord. It'll come with the unit. I'll put it in that storage compartment way down there. Most places, not most places, a lot of places do have 50 amp. Places like Maumee Bay and a lot of state parks don't have 50 amp, but they make step downs. If you are going to step down, it looks like this actually. There are certain things you can't do. I wouldn't try to run your microwave and your AC at once, but other than that, you should be good. Side out's closed for now, but we'll open it when we go on the inside. Exhaust for your furnace, keep it clean. They do make screens for these. They don't recommend you run them with the screen on, but as far as like travel and storage, the screen's gonna keep insects from building there. It's gonna keep rodent bee from getting in there. Water heater, super simple to use. You have an on and off switch here. Turn it on if you want to use electric. The rest of the controls are on the inside. The only thing you guys have to do is put this anode rod in here. Believe it or not, this is actually good. When they say you have about 25% of this material remaining, get a new one. So this one's got a couple uses out of it left. Get it in there, get it started by hand. 1/16 is the socket size. I use a short socket with an extension, ratcheting wrench. Get it tight, don't over tighten it. Once it's snug, you'll be able to turn it on. Turn on the water. It'll fill from your pump or your city water, or both if you have them both running. Once it's full, you'll be able to kick it on. Make sure it is full of water when you run electric, so you don't burn out the heating element. And then, I always recommend draining it after every trip. You don't want it sitting half full of water. So before you pull this plug out to drain it, crack your pressure relief open. Let the water squirt out. Once it stops squirting out, snap it closed. Then you can take the plug out. If you neglect to do that, you're going to get a bath because all that pressure is going to come out here. And then I definitely recommend cleaning in here and down in there quite often. I would say 4 times a year, once a quarter. Boom. Fridge vent, check in here, keep it clean in here, here, and in here. Every once in a while I do recommend taking this panel off and cleaning back there as well. That's your exterior range vent. If you're running the fan on your range hood, make sure the little flap in there is open. There's 2 little plastic tabs. Can't reach it. Need a ladder to demonstrate it. But there's 2 little plastic tabs on either side. Fold them out of the way, and then the flap will just float freely. Got your dump areas right here. Black and gray tank right here. The handles are right there. Right over there is the low points. That's going to be the lowest point of your water system. If you're going to do some winterization, crack those open to just blow out the water. Always make sure your valves are completely closed before you take your cap off, or else you're going to get a bath. And then I recommend dumping your black tank first, then doing your gray tank. That way the gray water will flush out the black water in your hose. Then you can carry your hose and put it in your bumper because your bumper caps come off. Perfect spot to store a sewer hose. You got a black tank flush here, so when you are dumping a black tank, you can actually hook your hose up to it here. Turn your hose on. There's a little nozzle in the black tank that'll help flush it out. Right here, freshwater fill. If you're going to fill your onboard fresh tank, do that. Rest your hose in there. Don't jam it in there. And then monitor its progress on your monitoring panel. Don't wait till you hear water gush out everywhere. Right here, city water. That's where you hook your hose up to and operate off of city water pressure. If you're going to use your fresh tank, you need your pump to be on. Definitely recommend draining your fresh tank after every trip. You don't want it sitting half full of water for weeks. So to drain it, right there. So right now it's open. Just push that valve closed to let it fill. Pass through storage here. Got a crank, backup crank, tongue jack. Yeah, plenty of storage in there. Here, good information. Tire pressure 65 psi. That's what you want to use. Don't go off of what your tires say. You got your VIN here and other important information and whatnot. Solar charge. You're pre-wired for solar. You just have to buy the remaining components, the Furion kit and whatnot. And then all that'll do is trickle charge your battery. And you do have a leveling system. Boom. Hit this power button, then hit auto level. Complete. Auto level, grounding front. As that's doing that, we will continue with our walkthrough, and then we'll come back when it's done. That's your battery, Group 24 RV Marine grade battery. In the winter, I recommend taking your battery completely out, keeping it out of the cold, because the cold is killer on these batteries. And in the in between trips, I recommend disconnecting the negative off your battery to keep anything from using it while you're away. Let me set this down real quick. Dual 30-pound cylinders. They are filled, so you don't have to worry about getting them filled. Automatic changeover regulator. So whatever one it's pointing to, it's going to pull from that tank first. Once that tank were to be empty, it'll automatically switch to pulling from this tank if this one to be on. However, this doesn't rotate, indicating it has switched. So keep that in mind. And then some people put it in the middle thinking it's going to pull from both tanks equally. It doesn't work. It's one or the other. Got a power tone jack. I'm not going to mess with it because it is doing its leveling system. But as we go around, we'll show you that. Chains, make sure you cross them when you hooked up. Got a 7-way that's going to hook to the back of your truck to allow the lights, trailer lights to work and the brakes. Breakaway gets hooked up with your hitch work as well. That's going to do this box that's down here right there. So if it would ever come unhooked, it's going to pull that pin out of the box, activate the brakes on the trailer. Other side of that pass-through storage. Oh, so you don't need to actually disconnect that negative lead off your battery because the previous owners installed a battery disconnect. And then also in here you have a power outlet and a cable outlet. The outdoor outlet is GFCI protected, just like this one. All your GFCIs are on the same circuit. If one's going to trip, they're all going to trip. And then we'll show you on the inside where to reset it. Here, previous owners installed this nice outdoor TV with another outlet. If you ever have like a game console or DVD player or something out here. Switch for LED lights, remote for your TV. This lifts up here, slides out, you can lock it open like that. And then there is a propane line right there. You have to get the hose. The hose should be inside. If not, you can buy those hoses. We sell them here. They'll hook from that one to that line right up in there. And then you can use your cooktop. It's super simple to use. Turn to light it with a match or a lighter. And then your mini fridge, you got straps. Make sure you strap it when you travel. This only works when you're plugged in, unlike your fridge inside, which will work off of propane as well. Alright, so leveling system is done. So we'll go back. And then if you saw it, right here, tells you how to use it. So first thing to do, up arrow, auto hitch, enter it again. What it'll do, it'll raise all your jacks up and put the hitch at the same spot it was when you started the leveling system. When you started to level it, you know what I mean? We'll leave that there like that. And it is normal for that to come up like that because the weight is now resting on those jacks. And by the power of magic, we've moved. Let's go on the inside. We'll start with the bedroom to get that knocked out real quick. Outlets either side of the bed. Light you can turn on and off at the bed. Previous owners installed a TV mount. They took their TV with them, which is fine. If you want to have one, go ahead. Hook it through here for TV, here for satellite. If you're going to use your antenna, make sure that's on. Cable, turn it off. Emergency exit. Super simple to use. Lift up. Use it as a regular window. If it's emergency, you'd push it all the way out. Grab here, yank the screen off, and dive out the window. Much rather have a broken ankle than burn to death. That was a joke. I've never heard of anyone actually having to use their emergency exit. Got a bed right here. Oh, it's heavy. With storage underneath it. Bathroom. Light switch for the lights in the bathroom. Chief say outlet right there. Toilet with a pedal light on the side right here. As long as you're pushing that, it's flushing. Shower. Make sure it's latched like this when you travel so the doors don't swing all over the place. Unlatch it when you use it. Got hot and cold. Sunlight, which is nice. It's also nice because it's a little higher, so if you're taller, you can stand up in here. These doors do magnetic shut, but again, when you travel, latch it closed like that. Then you do have a fan in here with a light right here, the switch for it. Ooh, raise and lower this. I recommend running that when you're taking a shower, or if you had spicy food the night before. Control your water pump here. Electric water heater. Water heater on electric, water heater on gas. You can run them both at once. If you go on one electric, make sure there's water in it. Then you have controls for your ceiling light, your slide outs. Then you can read how full you're fresh, your battery, your black, and your gray for bathroom 1. Black and gray for bathroom 2. I do believe we missed showing you the other tanks. We'll go out. Actually, we'll go out real quick right now. Since there was two, because I only saw this one. Is there a hidden one over here? No, but it did say tank models may vary. So it looks like you only have one. So we might only have one bathroom. This is like the first time I'm seeing this camper. Oh, let's check to see if you do have a second bathroom. No, I was wrong. Apologize. So, tanks may vary by model. Ignore all of that. Controls for your awning. Extend and retract here. You saw what it looked like when it was open. Does not automatically stop when it's out. You have to, when you open it, you have to visually look. You see the tube and the flap hang down. You're all the way open. Does not automatically close during a rainstorm, so you have to be vigilant for that. As you roll it in wet, as soon as you get the chance to roll it back out, let it dry off. And then you have controls for awning light. Thermostat, tap it. It'll just have fan. So there's fan low or high. Your fan is just going to do the fan on the AC portion. AC won't actually run the AC part of it, so it's good for circulating air. Tap it again. You have cool, high, low, auto, low, high. Auto, low, and high are going to allow it to cycle on and off at its set temperature, 64 degrees, but you can change that if you want. Once it hits that temperature, it'll turn off, and then it'll cycle on and off to help regulate that temperature. If you're just running on high, it's just going to stay on, no matter what. Heat, and then off. So your cool goes all the way down to, I believe, 33 degrees. Yeah, that's pretty cold. And then your furnace goes all the way to 99. So that's pretty hot. Moving along here, right here. Controls. Type in your pin. It's all zeros. You do lights. Lights don't do anything, and the leveler doesn't work from here. The only thing that works from here is your awning. And then your slide 1, which is the back slide, and your slide 2, which is the front side. This side right here is slide 2. This is good if you're near a tree. You can take this remote off here, come outside, and watch your slide out as you're operating it, so you know to stop if there's a tree nearby. Turns into a bed right here. Lift the table up, pop them legs out, set them aside, and then you just lay these back cushions down. This over here turns into a bed too. Difficult to show one-handed, but move these cushions, set them aside, lift up underneath. You can see those legs. It'll pivot out like that, and then lay flat. Undo the legs, let the legs sit on the ground, and then this back pushing right here flips down. Got yourself a microwave. Works like your standard household microwave. Nothing super special about it. Only works when you're plugged in. Light, fan. Remember what I said about that flap? Make sure that flap is unlocked when you want to run your fan. Burner, super simple. Turn it to light. Hit your sparker. The gas is off, so it won't light. Oven, so it's slightly different. Sparker does not work with the oven. You turn this to pilot. Push and hold as you're pushing and holding. See that pilot right there? Get yourself a long barbecue lighter. And then try to light it. So you're pushing, holding this, and as you're pushing and holding that, you're going to try to light that pilot. Once the pilot is lit, you can then turn it to desired temperature. If you don't feel like relighting the pilot next time you cook, if you turn it off but turn it to pilot, shuts the burners off, leaves the pilot on so you don't have to relight it. However, turn it off before you leave the camper unattended, before you go to bed. It's just not safe or smart to have a lit pilot unattended. More GFCI outlets here. Light switch here does decorative LEDs here. We'll try to find. Got a TV here. There should be remotes for your TV somewhere around here. Where are your TV remotes? We'll find them. Don't worry. Right here, got your radio / sound bar. Hit power. You can have volume. This will tune your channel. You have different zones. Zone 1 is inside. Actually, hold on. Alright, so this one is only set up for zone A. So this was added by the previous owner. So this is only set up for zone A, which is the speaker itself, which is fine. You got a Bluetooth here, so you can Bluetooth your phone through it. Auxiliary in, USB in. Then you have to tune your channels, volume up and down, pause, play, whatnot. Pair, so to pair your phone for the Bluetooth. And then source, you can do TV, DVD, auxiliary. So you can have your TV audio come out of here if you wanted. Just want to double check something. Just want to make sure. So the outside does work. Wait, hold on. Zone C is outside. A and C. So C is outside, B is inside. Yes, a man for what he spare with shame in his eye. So hit zone A to turn zone A off. You just to see the C there. So it's just the outdoor speakers. Hit it in, it's both. Hit C, it's just the outdoor ones. It's the indoor ones. So that's good. So A is inside, C is outside. You can turn them each on and off individually. That's good if someone's inside taking a nap. You don't want to jam out to music outside and not bother them. You can shut off the speakers on the inside. Plenty of storage. And we're also partially looking for that remote. But a lot of them TVs use the same remote. So the remote, if we don't find a remote in here, the remote on the TV outside will work for the TV inside, or should work for the TV inside. Remember, this is used. So as you see it is as you get it. Oh, here we go. Remotes for the radio, remote for that sound bar over there, as well as remote for the TV in here, and this is a charger for that. Owner's manuals in here, right below that. Propane and carbon monoxide gas alarm. Hardwired to a 12-volt system. There's no batteries you have to worry about changing. Right here's a smoke alarm. 9-volt battery starts giving those low voltage trips, throwing a battery in it. Bunkhouse, if you see right back here, this is a GFCI you're going to hit reset on. When you're, if anything trips, you reset it here. Breaker box down here. All your breakers for your 120-volt appliances. All your fuses for your 12-volt. Definitely recommend carrying some spare 15s. And there's a spot for another TV in here if you'd like. There's a GFCI outlet, cable outlet, and a spot to run cabling if you want to put like a game console for the kids or something underneath here. Plenty of bunks. This bunk here is 300 pounds. The other one is 300 pounds as well. Whether you're traveling, doesn't matter if this is up or down. But you can let this go down. It'll sit here. And you have a bunk, and then this couch will turn into a bed. Jackknifed. So you just kind of lift up. Oh boy, I could be wrong. Hold on, give me 1 second. This might be a two-man job. Two-handed job. Okay. So it works differently than the ones I'm used to. This is not a jackknife. It's like a folder. So you grab on the back, fold up. You got legs right here. You put the legs down when you use it as a bed because they'll have to touch the ground. See? And you have a bed. One adult, maybe 2 smaller children. Alrighty then. That's the back. And then right here, pre-wired for second AC. Right here, it will be a non-ducted AC. It won't have a thermostat. It'll have the knobs on the AC itself. All right, I'm turn these lights off. If I remember how to. Oh, light up the lights themselves, so you turn these lights off. All right, well that concludes your virtual tour of your Sprinter. Hope you guys found the video informative. Hope you guys enjoy using this trailer. I really like the way this one's laid out. You guys will too. Pardon the noise. They're doing your hitch work right now. Goodbye.